Do you think you could pick out a very expensive camera if you saw it just looking at it like this? The quality of it, just looking at how it comes out over the video or the internet right now as you're looking at it. Do you really think you can pick out the most expensive camera? Well, in this video, I have 3 cameras that I'm going to show you, and this is the first one. So I wanted to know what you guys thought about vlogs, the best quality vlogs. What does it take? So I have 3 cameras. I'm going to use native lenses for those 3 cameras, meaning those cameras that are the lenses that are going to be used are for that type of camera setup. And I'm going to just show them to you like I'm doing right now. So I have the camera set here, and I have one here, and I have one here. And you will see them all coming up right now. And I want to know which one you think is the most expensive camera. Like this camera quality that you're looking at right now, I'm sure it's pretty sharp. But do you think it's the most expensive of all the cameras? So this camera that I'm using now will be my start and finish camera. I'm just going to say that now. So this is the sample from camera number 1. I will close out with this camera as well. But here is samples from camera number 1. Now we're going to go to camera number 2 and then camera number 3, and then we'll circle back around and I'll close this video out. All right, guys, so here's the next camera. Remember, don't worry about audio because I'm using external audio. But this footage right here is from the next camera setup that I have. And each one of these camera setups have a different lens. And so I want to really see if you guys know your stuff or if you can really pick out a good quality camera like you think you can. Now, obviously, the A7C is the most expensive camera I have, $2,000. And the other cameras I have are about $1,000, or the combinations are $1,000 or less. So you tell me, which quality do you like best when it comes to this type of vlog and footage? Every camera is going to show really good footage, and all these cameras are all good. But I don't know if I've ever done this where I kind of put them back to back like this in the same video. And so I thought this would be interesting because there's a lot of camera buffs out there. There's a lot of camera professionals out there that just feel like because they have the equipment, they're getting the best out of it, or they know their stuff. So, and this isn't to like shine on anyone in any kind of way. I just want to see where people really are and what they consider a good vlogging setup. Now, obviously, this is the second camera that I'm using here. And so tell me what you think about this setup for vlogs. Now let's move to the third camera. All right, so here's the third camera of the 3 cameras that I'm showing you here. And I really want you to look at the quality of these differences in the cameras. So camera 3, I like it. I like all, let me just be clear here. I like all 3 cameras. Blessed and fortunate enough to have all 3 of them. But vlogs are important nowadays. So I wanted to do this blind camera test to see if you guys really can tell a very expensive camera versus 2 other cameras that are just not as expensive. Close, very close, about half. The other cameras cost about half of what the more expensive camera would cost. So you tell me in the comments which one of these cameras you like best for a vlog. Everyone's gonna have their own style. Everyone's gonna feel like they have a different preference on what they want the camera to look like. Whether it's been a lot of blur in the background, no blur in the background. A mild amount of blur in the background, the color reproduction of each camera with its native lens. You tell me what you think about this footage. I also took some photos and I put them side by side so you can choose A or B. Now this is just a random slide. You might see one photo twice, but I really was trying to showcase each photo so you can see if you really like the photos, which photos you like best. So anyway, let's switch over to photos and then I'll switch back and we'll get out of here. And so I can see in the comment. I'm ready to read your comments. Actually, well, I'm reading them now. I hate when I do that. Let's look at the photos. Now, this is just for reference. Some of you guys love to think that a phone can compete against a real camera. And so I'm just throwing this in there because a lot of you guys said iPhone on the other video. Well, this is the iPhone's camera. And so let's get back to our regular scheduled program. This is good video, but it's not matching the other cameras in my opinion. Well, I wanted to go ahead and throw in the iPhone because a lot of people feel like the iPhone has like the best cameras of any phone and that it matches mirrorless cameras and DSLRs and point and shoots. I just don't think so. I tried to cheat a little bit for the iPhone by getting it in the perfect spot for the lighting because that is where cell phones fail. Their ISO, they can't handle it. They can't handle adjusting for the lighting. So that's why you have to have really strong and set the lighting just right for not just the iPhone. I'm not picking on the iPhone, but that's the phone that people say has the best cameras. And even with that, I feel like there's other phones out there that have better cameras than the iPhone. But people love the iPhone, so I wanted to show you what the iPhone would do in this setting right here with all the other cameras that I'm showing. So, do you think you could pick out the most expensive camera of all these cameras that I've thrown at you for a vlog? Do you think you can do it? Do you think you know which one it was? Was it camera 1, which is this camera? Was it camera 2 or was it camera 3? Which one do you think? Now, as far as the photos go, I just randomly threw them in there. Some photos, one of the photos I used it twice just to reference the other photo. But, nonetheless, tell me which camera I'm thinking about the most. Tell me which camera do you think is the most expensive of this camera setup right here that I'm showing you for all these for a vlog. I thought this was a fun thing to do with you guys, to do a blind camera test. Now, normally I will reveal which camera is which, but when I do that in a video, people always hit the comments and say, oh, I knew it, blah, blah, blah. And they say that they knew whatever. So this time, not going to happen. I'm not going to tell you which camera is which in this video. You have to stay tuned for the next episode. Yes, I will reveal which camera was which. And you'll be able to determine how you voted, because I want to reference this video to see if people really think they know good quality cameras, or it's really subjective though for what a person would think is good or great. But some people feel like they can determine which camera costs, which camera setup, I'll say, because remember, camera lenses are, it's all different. So some people feel like they really know their cameras and they can pick out what's what. But based on that post that I did on the community tab in my YouTube page, people really don't know cameras like they think they do. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. This was fun. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. I think this was really fun. It was fun. Yeah, I'm loving it. So fortunately, I have all 3 cameras at my disposal, so I can, no matter what you say, I can just use either one. Now, which one do I like best? I can't do that because it'll sway your opinion. Yeah, I won't do it. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. And you can fight it out in the comments for which camera you think is the most expensive of all of these shown in the video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.